miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast shall be killed.
All right, so there, the New World Order just introduced to us in the scripture. When I say that, I mean that's where we're getting to that point now, right? And we can list some of these COVID laws that these draconian devils are pushing, right? 6 feet apart. We have the COVID, so-called COVID. We know that they're playing around with the 5G. We know that, again, I'm sounding repetitive, but it's just simple. I mean, come on. Anyway, read on, brother.
But the reason why it's draconian, because the laws that he's pushing is social distancing, right? Now, I was watching a video of somebody experimenting with social distancing and how they made like a perimeter around themselves of 6 feet, right?
Yes.
It's impossible because how this place is built, you gotta be close to people. So he could just find you anytime he wants. That's fucking cruel, man. How you can do that?
And he's the one that brought everyone together. The mix and melting pot.
One world order, new world order. It's gonna go into it more. But you know,
yeah. Revelation 18:3. All nations are drunk of the wine of her wrath for fornication.
the wine of her wrath. I need to break that down. The wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, so that wine is it's like the brothers were mentioning the philosophies, right? That he has everyone, like you mentioned, everyone follows that mantra that America has.
Yeah.
Right?
The structure.
Yeah, like what
They follow the war and they follow NATO and the EU.
Yeah.
Like all what you just read a while ago with the murder and adultery.
Yeah. Characteristics.
Yeah,
of
that's exactly what the whole world, these nations, that's the wine that they drank. Right? So you don't really have to be living in America to be living in America, if you know what I'm saying.
That is correct. And what's the wrath? What's his wrath?
That's the
Wrath
destruction
is anger.
Right? Hey, listen, if you don't do a bomber class, say, I'll kill you.
Yeah,
That's all it
that's all it
means.
is.
Yeah.
You go to jail and pay a lot of fines.
And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through to the abundance of her delicacies. Yeah.
Right? And hey, that was a nice video you post, brother. Because I posted that video with that rant of that guy. Straight. I mean, I'm not going to go into the video, but simply put, it was straight talk. But we bring it out in spirit and in truth. We posted on the chat yesterday. Vic, right? What they're doing behind the scenes.
Oh,
yeah, Vic. I'm talking Vic. But anyway, just wanted to mention that. Can't believe it was on you. But go on, brother.
And then Revelation. So back to Revelation 13 and 15 now, and it says, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast that." It's like that the image of the beast shall both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast shall be killed.
Plain. Go ahead. I was going to say real quick, hold that point. So right there you saw the Hegelian dialectic, right? What does it mean? Right? It's simply problems, reaction, solution. Right? And who does it cause? He uses problem, reaction, and solution, and then he has that Stockholm syndrome in there, and that's the part where you kill it if you don't follow his orders. He caused. Read on.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, brother.
They
Make your
also
point.
said the image of the beast, and basically the image of the beast is anything that they're verifying, right? And we know their verification is based on lies. So they're pushing their agenda through what so-called actors, which we know are hypocrites, right? Just saying this is what everyone should be doing. Right? His image is basically saying you must be a pansexual, and he uses pansexual masquerading as everyday righteous people. I'm going to be accepting his philosophies, right? And they have our people idolizing all this worldly people and people that don't deal with the scriptures, right? Saying, oh, if so and so is doing it, then it must be so. So that's the power he gave to the image of the beast, like saying this what represents us, right? And our image is the scriptures, right? So he's against our image, right? So we're not going to take this man's ideology and philosophies, and which is come as a chip in the form of a chip now, or his vaccines, man, right? So we are going to shun his image, right, and deal with the image of the scriptures.
That's right.
And make it our own. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
It's like I'm just looking at the word image.
Oh.
It says, but yeah, there's nothing really on it. But basically, it's like what the brother was saying. It's just the image, right? The way they want to do things. So, verse 15. So verse 16, and it says, "And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand."
So notice this is a literal mark now. Okay? Like the Most High is dealing with us with a spiritual mark. This man's a carnal. He knows nothing about spirituality at all. Okay? So he's gonna want to do a carnal mark, right, and push his image. So his image is about you getting the chip, you being a part of his wicked society. Okay, so that's the power that was given him to confuse the two-thirds and the beasts of the world. All right, and to make them his livestock, them his human resource. Okay, so the most human resource is us, the man of the Lord, and pushing his word to who? The hopeful elect.
That's right.
All right.
And then it says, and it says, "And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive the mark in their right hand or in their foreheads."
Right, we're right on that cusp right now. Okay, and they're rehearsing these laws with us, and so if we're watching Esau, it's going to be mandated. Okay, real quick. Sweden is already there, and so forth like that in regards to this. Next week, England is saying that they're going to mandate the vaccine, okay, immediately, okay, and so forth. So it's right back to square one where Sweden, remember Sweden was the first place in the Edomite world to push the beast system. You were there a couple of years ago.
I was in Netherlands.
Netherlands, okay.
And basically, if you wanted to take a pee, take a piss, you had to pay. These are laboratory. I don't know. It's in their language, but it's basically you gotta pay. I think it was 75 euros, like cents. You know what I mean? And it's not change. You gotta press a card and tap it to go in because they weren't taking any money. Right? If you only want to pee, and they don't let you in like here in Canada. If you want to use someone's washroom, they can't tell you no. You can walk in there, but they have basically a bar, so you can't really walk in there. Just eating there.
Okay.
And you gotta pay to pee, man.
There you go. So that was all part of that rehearsal, but it's going to be made law. So simply put, that part of precept is draconian ways to bring wrath on you if you don't if you don't apply his wicked image ways and take his mark, right? So simply put, you got to take his name, you got to take his number, and you got to take his mark. So the name and number is everywhere. Right? The mark is, pitch patch at each part of the world, most of the Edomite countries, and being rehearsed, right, there. And what I noticed, real quick, and this is also part of it, because I noticed with India, with that little chart, there's only must be 5G towers in there. But if you know about India, India is embracing the mark of the beast already. Right? I did a video on that. Where, as a matter of fact, if you go to have 600 hits on my channel, the point is the mark of the beast. People are taking the chip over there and they're pushing it on the poor people, and that starts with you. Untouchables, right? Because you're the poorest people there. That's who they're experimenting on, the Most High's people. They're forcing them to take it over there, and they don't need 5G towers at this point in time, but they're going to bring it to destroy a lot of the saints there. Okay. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that.
I have the word image because the brother was looking for it, but I found it it's in Genesis, right? But in the Hebrew it's tazalam, right? And it means image, okay, or image, likeness of resemblance. Mirror, empty, image, semblance, and it says root meaning shade, a phantom, or figuratively an illusion, resemblance, representation, representative figure, especially an idol. Image, vain shoe. So that's what it is. It's basically this whole system is idolatry, you know.
Yeah.
And the true image that you were supposed to follow was the one that was given to you from the very beginning, you know, when the Lord came. He brought the law forth, the oral law at that time, you know, and how he set up the powers to create things, which were the angels, which are, you know, the elect that were there in the beginning. You know, that's the true image, and that's why we're